Welcome back to 0 to 60.
Today we have something that's pretty special. Not only is an MR2 with 4 throttle bodies, it's also...
Well, it's the Skid Factory's latest project car, the poor man's Ferrari. If you want to see how quick this thing does 0 to 100, hit the like button and we'll get into it.
Woody's car.
Better not crash it. All right. Those
You hear him straight away.
Those ITBs, you cannot beat it.
Well guys, today is the day that Woody has been nice enough to let us go and have a play in his 20 valve MR2.
Freshly built. Yeah, if you guys have been watching the MR2 series on the Skid Factory, you'll know that he's still sort of underway, and he's actually only just got it back from
The dyno yesterday, I think.
yeah, which we haven't even seen yet.
And actually, why don't we start with what it is exactly? So it's an 87 MR2 AW11 with the wrong engine in it.
You say wrong engine, but let's hit the road and let's see why it's actually the right engine.
Sounds good to me.
So it is the 20 valve. Obviously these came stock with the 16 valve 4AGE. Again, if you've been watching the Skid Factory series, you'll know that they decided not to turbocharge it, which is a pretty common thing for these little motors. People like to feed and boost, and they respond really well.
Yeah, coming from the land of too much power and not enough handling, BMWs, I kind of wanted it to turbo.
I know, right? Turbo noises are sick, but hopefully today we'll find out why they wanted to keep it pure, throw on the ITBs, and just make it all about that driving experience.
So the car, I think Woody said the dyno figures were around 160 horsepower at the wheels.
Yeah, at the wheels, on E85, mind you.
And I think he said he ended up putting some normal petrol in it, so it's a bit of a mix of pump fuel and 98 at the moment, so it probably won't be quite that 160 wheel.
But it also wasn't a huge gap between 98 and E85, so it's going to be somewhere between 150 to 160 at the wheels, how we're driving it today.
And I guess that's wheel horsepower. That's going to be getting up to 200, a little bit over 200 engine horsepower.
Which is, even though it's NA, that is a hell of a lot more power than the factory supercharged ones of these had.
Am I right in thinking that these originally had about 160 engine?
Yeah, on the supercharged models.
So it's got more power than the supercharged.
Yeah, I mean the NA ones weren't a terrible car, and they were like 100 horsepower or 110 horsepower.
Now before we get in and tell them what we're going to do with the timed runs, do you want to just roll it on a bit and see what it does?
Hells yeah. Well, that's intoxicating.
That didn't even sound like it was revving that much.
It wasn't, and it just straight away. I wanted to just keep going, but
not the right area.
No.
So guys, the main point of this video, we're going to go and see how fast it does a 0 to 60, and if you are new to 0 to 60, what we basically do a real world 0 to 100, I know it sounds strange, but 0 to 100 kilometer or 0 to 62 mile an hour acceleration times. And we got the concept from drag racing of traffic lights. So we time them from a dead stop, and we always nearly have two people. Well, we always have at least two people. So it's a bit of a real world case, so you get an idea how your car is going to compete with another car if you happen to pull up at a set of lights one day.
Yeah, so we always do it on typical road surfaces, never on a prep surface, never sweep any roads or anything like that.
That really hurts the times, and if you go back and look at our times, cars are much slower than most people think they are when you time them like we do.
If you compare them to what the factory claim, because obviously the factory claim times are the 100% best time they can get out of that vehicle, and that's what they sell and advertise the car with.
And we've been doing it for quite a few years now, and we do use a V-Box, which is probably the most accurate way you can do it, and we don't run rollout, so it is again from a dead stop.
Yeah, true 0 to 100.
Dave, what do you think this is going to do?
You know what?
Give it another acceleration, I think, while we've got this big open road. Oh, the noise! Wait, it sounds so good.
That is sick, dude.
It actually pulled better than I thought it would.
they're just over a ton.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're really bloody light. It's a small car, don't get me wrong, it's a small cabin, but that weight's got to be good for its 0 to 100 time.
I guess I focused on him saying 160 horsepower and just gone,
That's nothing.
It's going to do.
I'm going to say it's got to be. It kind of makes a similar noise to the S2000. I'm going to say it's around 8 seconds, 8.5.
That's what I was thinking. I reckon it'd be low 9s, high 8s. Again, that's the way we time them. And we've got 2 people in the car, so I'm adding 10% to the weight of this vehicle.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. What do you guys think it's going to do? Keep in mind that Woody and Al have built this thing. They've done a bloody good job.
They don't mess around. Put a note in the comments below before you see the time runs what you think it's going to do.
And I think the factory claims supercharged times were around 8s as well.
That'd be like best case scenario.
Yeah.
Test driver, good track.
Yeah, test driver
tires.
probably weighs 50 kilograms on a prep drag strip. So that's why I'm going around the 8s.
All right, we'll get the camera set up and you'll see us in a few seconds for some timed runs.
Let's get into it.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So, we'll just do a first one and we'll see what happens, eh?
Nice and gentle. Okay, hang on. We're good to go. Wow, that was not bad shift. That's 100.
Ah, okay,
Well, dude, what time are you going to do?
it felt pretty darn good, to be honest with you, man. I'm going to say, was that in the 7s?
It was in the 7s.
Damn it! That is awesome.
I didn't think it was going to be anywhere near that.
No,
Especially with 2 people in the car.
which makes a big difference on these little things.
All right.
I'll get off this terrible bitumen. We'll try. Oh, actually, I'll go past the gravel driveway.
That was gnarly. I was impressed.
That was really good, actually.
The way it left that's some of the most aggressive launches we've had in any car.
It just worked. It just really worked.
It's like these guys know what they're doing when they build a car. All right, I'll tell you when the V-Box is reset.
Actually, I'm going to go over that side. I think that side looks a bit cleaner.
V-Box is ready.
Do you want to do a 60 to 120 too?
Yeah. Tell you when we hit 120.
Ready?
Yep. That was such a good launch. Stop and we'll have another run.
God damn it, he warned us about second gear. That first one, I did it semi-gentle. Okay.
I think you can get away with a slower shift, I reckon, because it's launching.
It's launching well.
Anyway, it's ready when you are. Perfect. Keep going. There's 120. So 7.6, so a slightly slower time.
Yeah.
And the 60 to 120 was 7.1.
Huh. It doesn't feel too bad once it even gets past 100.
I really wonder if you're revving it hard enough.
It's funny. It reminds me like the S2000, and because the tacho doesn't work, I'm not sure what it's revving to.
You can hear it sort of fall off at the top, so maybe you're hitting the sweet spot. Like it pulls really good, and then it just.
Should we do another one?
I reckon low 7s are in this.
Low 7s. I wasn't expecting that. Hey, from this little thing.
Okay, I'll tell you when we're ready. Good to go. That's a good launch. Good shift. 7.67 again. That'll do. I think you got one more run.
Coming back.
It's going to be the record breaker. And you know how Woody said you might be able to do it in seconds?
Yeah, can you?
I think you will.
See, because the speedo's off, I was like, "There's no way." Because it sounds like you're revving it off its head if you hit 100 in a second. But I didn't realise you could.
I think hold it. Don't go for the 3 shift.
All right, so don't short shift.
No, you shifted at 99 on the V-Box.
Oh wow! Wow.
Here comes the low 7 run. This is going to be it.
Alrighty. fun little beast.
It's way better than I thought it was going to be. Okay, V-Box is ready. Take your time. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Now just hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. There it is, there's 100. Oh my god!
That felt sick!
6.7!
Dude, that is what a little weapon! This little... Alright,
Wow.
it all makes sense now. When I watched the first episode and they said that they're not going to turbo it,
You don't need to, that's quick.
and yet Al was like, no, but how fun is it? That's so much is going on. And yes, we've done plenty of faster cars. It's like a little go-kart.
Not a slow time. In fact, we could probably, we'll talk about it in the outro. All right, we'll pull these cameras off and you'll see us in a few minutes after we've cooled down a little bit.
Yeah, decipher what just happened. That was sick.
Dude, that was much faster than I thought it was going to be.
I couldn't believe it broke that 6-second barrier.
We're going to be honest, quite often when we guess the times, we try and be generous.
But it's usually pretty accurate because so much goes into a car. When a car's not brand new and you haven't got brand new tyres and you're not the manufacturer in test conditions with a test driver giving it hell.
I can't believe it was that quick. That was 2 seconds quicker than I was expecting.
That's nuts.
And it hooks.
It was also quicker than the S2000.
It got off the line better. The S2000 was really struggled to get off the line. It would either spin the wheels.
It had zero torque.
Or, dude, I think if you spend a bit more time on it, again, you did those time runs within 10 minutes of getting in the car.
Yeah, you could definitely get a little bit smoother, especially on the shift as well. It was good to see that you could reach 100 in second.
Yeah, dude, that could be the difference. The fact you can get to 100 in seconds.
I think there was other differences, especially as it broke that 6-second barrier. That was nuts. That was a lot of fun, and it goes to show that these dudes don't mess about when they're building it's right here, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And now, I guess while we're talking about where it's come from, we need to thank Woody and Al for building the car and then lending it to us. Really appreciate it. They are local guys. They are proper petrol heads.
It's been more fun than I thought it would have. In fact, whilst we've got the car, we should probably do a full review.
We will do a full review. In fact, I know this video is getting quite long as it is. So what we'll do is, if you guys are interested in seeing a sort of living with a modified MR2 video, hit that subscribe button because we're going to film that now, I think.
Yeah.
And that'll be out in the next few days. But guys, look, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys got your times right. These things are bloody quick. I'm gobsmacked it was that fast.
It's awesome. It's all of it starts to feel, it's all come together really well. I'm stoked.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
See you in the next one. Recording.
It's actually a mini mod.
It's a very tall Land Cruiser.